Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to just look back into the past year and kind of document what all happened. So if you guys do like this video, give this video a big thumbs up and also just let me know down in the comment section what all happened in your life and how was 2020 for you guys. Starting with the first month, January. The first thing is obviously New Year, and so myself included, 4 of us were staying in an apartment in Mangalore when I was doing my internship. We celebrated our New Year in that apartment that night. We had food, cake, everything you need to celebrate a New Year. And we danced, we talked, we had fun. It's a fun memory. In January, my father came back from Abu Dhabi. He was working there for almost 40 years. So that was it about January, and we were all just so excited for 2020. And then February came in and we were so excited, and especially we were so excited because the 4 of us, we had planned a trip to Goa. Things did go as planned, but things didn't go as planned, and a lot of funny things happened. We went to Goa on February 14th, which is one of my friend's birthday. So we went there to celebrate. We had love was in the air, oh my god. We stayed near Baga and the whole beach was just red. A different experience, but it was fun. Around like halfway through March, it was kind of getting serious, the whole pandemic situation, the COVID-19 situation. Around March 17th or 18th, I guess, we were asked not to take up patients. Suddenly on March 21st, our dean just called all of us interns and he was like, you can go home, and whatever the situation is, after 2 to 3 weeks, you will be notified. But until then, you guys can go home. And within hours, everyone was just rushing to just get back home, get tickets. Somehow we got tickets, we packed within an hour or so, and we left thinking that maybe after 2 weeks, we're gonna come back. I remember when we were coming back home, the whole train was filled with these foreign state workers, and they were really strict at wearing masks and maintaining distance, and we were really scared. Almost past 11, I think, I reached home and it was pouring here. It was thunder and lightning, and it was just a very weird night. I was not that scared until then, to be honest, but I just suddenly felt so safe at home, sitting with my Ali and my pets. And within a day or two, the lockdown happened, the quarantine started, and for the first week, I enjoyed my holidays back home, doing nothing, just sitting, sleeping, eating. Oh my god, it was fun. But after a couple of days, I started getting bored, obviously. There's nothing to do, I'm not excited about anything. Just watching TikToks. Especially pet TikToks, and I'm someone who used to hate TikTok, okay? I actually got hooked up with TikTok, and around March 26th, I started my own TikTok. And I posted my first ever TikTok, which was with Maximus, obviously, because I was really obsessed with pet puppy TikToks. April came by, and April 14th on Vishu, which is a festival of Kerala, I hit 500 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I have had my YouTube channel since 2016, December 31st. Yani starting 2017. 17, 18, 19, 20. So it was the 4th year since I've had YouTube channel, and I had 500 subscribers. It was a milestone for me, obviously, and I was really happy, and I hit 1,000 followers on TikTok the same day. I really enjoyed making TikToks, so I continued doing it, and I also realized that the pandemic is not going anywhere anytime soon, and I made TikTok my go-to hobby. And May first week or so, I got pretty good at TikTok, and we even did like a don't rush challenge with my friends. And like everyone, I tried Dalgona coffee. Along that time, I started vlogging on YouTube channel in Malayalam, which is my mother tongue, and I never used to make Malayalam videos until then. And then June came in, and June was very much a turning point for me. So on June 11th, something really special happened. I was just walking out of my house and I saw something in Max's mouth, and he was just trying to hold it, and I could hear some sound, weird squeaky sound coming from somewhere, and I was like, what is it? And he suddenly dropped it off of his mouth, and I went to check in, and it was just this small tiny pink color thing. I couldn't realize what it was. When I moved him aside and took a proper look at it, it was a tiny little birdie. So I have two pets, two dogs, Max and Blackie, Maximus and Blackie. And I was so scared to just leave it there because they will take it obviously. So I somehow managed to take it, and it just looked so pink and no feathers, nothing, just loose skin and skeleton, that's all. And this one just kept crying and I didn't know what to do. My mother said not to bring it inside house. I tried feeding it milk, which was apparently a bad idea. It didn't drink and I didn't know how to feed it. I mean, it's such a tiny beak. How do you feed inside that beak? I was just so scared to handle that thing. It was so small. I couldn't leave that tiny thing outside. It would be... No, that's not me. So I took it inside even though I didn't know anything about what I'm supposed to do. And since that day, my days revolved around that tiny little thing. That was June 11th. I got my hands on a tiny little love. And then on June 16th, hit another milestone on Instagram. 1,000 followers on Instagram. This was mainly because of TikTok. And on June 29th, suddenly in the evening, it was said that TikTok will be banned from the next day. And TikTok was never my major base platform. It was always YouTube for me. So it didn't affect me like in a very bad manner. But I did enjoy TikTok, and I knew that banning TikTok would hurt so many people because there were so many creators on TikTok. I just took a look through my whole of TikTok, and within a couple of months, I had grown a lot. I had 31.5k followers, which is crazy for me. But just like everyone, I was also kind of sad that I have lost a platform where I was recognized as a creator. And then June 30th, the next day, afternoon, it was very tragic. The tiny little birdie passed away. I had it from 11th of June till 30th, which was almost 3 weeks. I realized that day that I've never lost anything that I loved with all my heart. I never experienced loss. I took it to the backyard and I digged a hole with my bare hands because it's so tiny, you don't need a big hole. Buried it, and I came back and I couldn't stop crying. I just couldn't stop crying for days. I'm so grateful that I had the chance to take care of it for however long it lasted, and the moments were beautiful while it lasted. One of the biggest lessons I learned is that life is not permanent and you will lose things, pets, people you love, but that doesn't mean that you stop loving, right? You just keep yourself away from everyone, no? I used to be so scared about what if I lose someone I love, or what would I do? And I realized that it would break me. I would cry for days, but eventually I will move on. You have to move on. And after that, as I said, I was crying for days. I felt so alone and kind of useless. Taking a step back from YouTube, and TikTok was gone. I was not doing anything. I felt very stressed and I started kind of feeling anxious, and I just fell into this rat hole. And in order to cope with my anxiety and the stressful situation, I chose binge eating. Binge eating has always been one of my problems, and I just went back to it. All through the first half of July, I was so depressed and feeling very weird, and almost like through the end of July, I was mindful of what was happening and I wanted to get out of it. On July 27th, we bought a car. My father bought his new car. He had an Alto, and it's been, I think, almost 8-9 years since we bought it, and finally he got Tata Harrier. He's red, hot, beautiful, gigantic. And end of July 31st, my mother retired. So being a central government employee, she retired after I think almost 30 years of employment, which was great. As I said, my mother was also a very busy person as we grew up. She used to just go for meetings, travel, go on office tours, just do so much for her work that just knowing that she'll be at home relaxing for once was a great thing for all of us. We all wanted her to just be back home and relax. Knowing that both my parents were home and my whole family is here. My brother is of course not here, but my parents were home and I did not want to just fall right into that rat hole where I was. So I tried really hard, and then August came and I was just determined that I am not going to give myself up into this depressive state. I'm not giving myself up for binge eating or bulimia, which was going on with me. So determined ki I'm gonna get out of this, and I tried glow eating 2 weeks challenge even. I did lose all the excess weight that I gained. Biggest thing happened in August was my realization of how important self-love is for every single one out there. And all through August, I was just trying to do whatever that made me happy. And on August 17th, I have always been wanting to cut my hair for a long time. I only had like around chest length hair, but I wanted to just cut it really short. So on August 17th, I cut bangs, which was very impulsive of me. Just one day morning, I woke up, I sat here and I was just like, what would it look like if I had bangs? And I cut bangs. And I also cut my hair a little short, but I did not have the courage to cut it really short. But 2 days later, I was just like, F everyone, I want short hair, I'm getting short hair. And on August 19th, I chopped it off till here. And I had like this much hair. That is like the shortest I have ever been. And I loved it. I just looked into myself and I was like, what do I need? What do I want? And I was like, I promise to try and do what I love and nothing else. I'm going to put my effort and my time into my growth, and that is more important for me. August 21st was the day I realized love. And on August 22nd, I met my friends after so long. We drove all the way to Mangalore, and on the way we stayed in a resort, and I got to spend the evening and the whole night with 2 of my friends, and I was just so happy because I knew the next time we'll be able to see won't be anytime soon. So I tried to take it all in, and we had an amazing night and we talked a lot. And the next day we were just going to our apartment, G1, and shift out of G1. Just to talk about G1, it was a 2-bedroom apartment on the first apartment on the first floor. That's why G1. I remember the first time I walked into G1, I was like, it's so empty. We knew that we would make this into our home. We would make this beautiful, and we did. And we used to stay in one room and just dump all our things in the other room. And we used to cook at night. We used to eat together at night. During the day, we'd be in college, obviously. I know I enjoyed every single moment that I spent with my friends in that apartment. It's precious for me, and I would never forget G1. On 23rd, when we packed and when we just got out of G1, I just felt like it's the end of a chapter, an era for me. Living outside with your friends is a whole different experience, and that was done, which was kind of sad, which was really sad. Before we came back, we did go to a college and just took a roundabout there and came back. And around the same time, I started getting back into YouTube because the whole self-love, do what you love thing got me thinking that YouTube is one thing that I really love. I wanted to talk about things that not everyone talks about. I wanted to research on things. I wanted to try things for you people. I want to be a creator on YouTube. I've always wanted to be, and I started posting videos on YouTube again. Coming to September 20th was my star birthday, and my parents bought cake for me, which was very sweet of them. And around that time, I had my first ever stalker experience. Another lesson learned was that people exist who don't realize that there's something called privacy that everyone wishes for. Just because I share some of the good or bad whatever moments of my life out here on social media on public does not mean that you get to interfere into my private life. Everyone deserves privacy, but some people just don't have it in here to realize that. And I was very shocked at that experience, and I felt very weird and sad. You don't know much about me, and you don't get to, and that's the truth. A couple of days later, one of my videos went super viral and I suddenly started gaining followers. Some of my friends and most of my family didn't know that I had a channel, but with this everyone got to know that I'm a YouTuber and I have a channel. As much as I was happy, I was also kind of scared. September 26th, 10,000 followers on YouTube, and that was my dream, and that came true. Such a big milestone so fast. I never thought that would happen for me. So glad I never quit YouTube. People recognized me and started following me on my Instagram, and I hit, I think, 2,000 followers or something on my Instagram as well. And then came October, and October 4th is my actual birthday, and I turned 23 that day. I got gifts from my best friends. They sent me journals. On my birthday, my friends surprised me with a cake. I was not at all expecting the gifts nor the cake. I was so happy. I was really sad that I couldn't spend it with them, because spending your birthdays in hostel is a totally different experience. If you haven't experienced it, it's amazing. So I was really sad that I missed them on my birthday, and they sent me cake. It was so sweet of them. Thank you so much, guys. If you guys are watching this, I love you all so much. So yeah, that happened. We cut cake that day, and then on October 9th, I graduated as a dentist. It was online graduation. I did not get my convocation, which is very sad. But anyways, I'm a doctor. On October 11th, I met this friend that I've been talking to online for a long time. On October 12th exactly, I hit 20,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. That was like doubling in a month's time, which was crazy for me. And I'm just so happy that I just never quit YouTube. I had to go through so much since starting YouTube till date. Doing videos, uploading it online for anyone to see publicly, and then hiding it from your family ain't easy, okay? So I kept doing that, and after 4 years, I've never gotten a penny from YouTube until then, and I just kept going. Not expecting money, nothing. It was just the followers, the recognition. That was all that I wanted. Every single time someone acknowledged my presence as a creator on YouTube, it made me happy, and that is one thing I wanted, and I was getting it. It was happening. I'm a YouTuber that people know of. October 31st, I had a sleepover with my friend, and it's not even October 31st that I want to talk about. It's November 1st, and even if I don't put it here, I don't think I'll ever forget that day. And then November came in. November 24th, I got my first ever Google payment, and that was the first time I got such a lump amount into my bank account as like a salary or a payment, an earning. When I used to be in college doing internship, the stipend that we used to get was 4,000 rupees. And being a dentist as a fresher, you get paid so less. How much ever time you spend there, how much ever effort you put in, how many ever patients you attend, whatever work you do, none of that matters. If you're a fresher, you don't get paid enough. I don't even know if I should be saying this out loud online, because I'm still a fresher. So I did not talk about the amount that I got, and I didn't think I wanted to, but doesn't matter. That's the only time that I got paid, and since then till date I haven't got another payment. So किसने नजर लगाया यार? You need to reach a minimum amount, threshold amount, for the amount to get transferred into your account, and I haven't gotten anything since then. So yeah, on November 24th was my first and kind of the last payment that I got from Google, and it was around 20,000 rupees, and I really enjoyed it. I was happy. It was just a bonus for me, because the main thing for me was, obviously, as I said, the recognition. I stayed on YouTube for 4 years, so it's not the money at all for me. And I'm still on YouTube. I'm still not getting paid. It's not the money. It's you guys. It's about this community. And YouTube is never my full-time money-making thing. It's something that makes me happy. And then November 26th, I went for my first interview as a dentist fresher. I got in and I started working from, I think, November last or December 1st. The first 2 weeks did not go very well. It was a very traumatizing experience. I would never want to experience again. So on 13th, my best friend came home with a cake and we celebrated 10 years of our friendship. It happened in 2020 and I don't want to forget that moment. Next day, 14th, I think, exactly, I quit from that clinic. And guys, please, this is again another lesson learned. And if you are in a job that requires your time and effort and you thinking, your brain working, you're physically exhausted by the end of the day, you're mentally exhausted by the end of the day, but it doesn't give you any kind of happiness, then please don't continue doing that. To just make a living, if that's all you want, there are thousands of jobs out there to just make a living. Don't do it for other people, don't do it for what other people would think, don't do it for money. Freshers are either being treated like you know nothing, or you're being treated like a use and throw. And yeah, after I quit from this clinic, I was like, I don't want to work as a fresher for at least a couple of months now. I can't do it, like, no. And I was trying to figure something out in a completely different lane. And that's when on December 20th or 21st, one of my family friends came in and he was like, there's a new clinic opening up soon and do you want to work there? And I was like, at first I said no. Like straight away I was like, no working at a clinic anytime soon. But then my parents were like, anyways you're going to sit home. If you're not going to do anything, might as well just go there and come back. I was not doing YouTubing. How do I say this? I don't know. Like the family members who never used to call me, batchmates, so many people who never used to text me or call me, who wanted to talk to me, suddenly text me or just calls me, very friendly, and they all want to know how much am I earning from YouTube. It was just too much for me, and that's why I was like, I don't want to be on YouTube for a while because this thing is getting scary for me. And so finally I agreed and I joined on the inauguration day of the clinic on 23rd December 2020, and since then I've been working there. And then on March 2nd or 3rd 2021 I hit 30,000 followers, which is great, yay. So yeah, we are a 30,000 family now. Keeps getting bigger. I'm just so happy to have all of you in my channel. If anyone sat till this time to listen to me blabber for all this while, I'm super grateful for you guys. I love you. And please comment down below and let me know what are the things that you guys learned from 2020. And please share some of the moments that you would like to remember from 2020 down in the comment section. I would love to read it and I would love to respond to each one of you. Let's just keep building this community. Let's keep growing. Thank you so much for being in my life. I love you all. Bye.